Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. It seems so long since I've done a sit down video on my own. I actually can't remember. It must have been way before we went to Disney, I don't know. But anyway, I was really looking forward to doing this. I was adamant I was going to do this video because number one, it will be so helpful to people that are going to Disney, have a planned Disney trip coming up in the summer. You know, even if you're going in a couple of years, it's something to like maybe watch in the future and take some advice from. So I was adamant I really wanted to do this video. It's took a little while, but I'm here. So I thought I would don my my mini ears for the last time this year, for sure, I would have thought. So yeah, here we go for my 10 Disney tips. So first of all, if you try and think like this is coming from somebody who is middle-aged, shall we say, you know, this is coming from my point of view. So maybe if you had someone sitting there that was maybe 18, their tips might be different. But these are my tips, being a mum, and just, yeah, how I wish I'd done some things differently, some things that are really important to know, etc. So I hope you enjoy it and let's get into it. So my number one tip for the Disney parks is please do not keep buying bottled water. Now, bottled water is $3.50. And after being there, I think it was 2 or 3 days, I found out that you can get iced tap water in big cups with lids and straws from the majority of the restaurants in the parks, including Starbucks. Starbucks do a really nice big one, just ice cold and free. Obviously, Florida temperatures are soaring. You are constantly thirsty. Atticus, you know, he wanted so much water, as did we all. And it's a really important one to know that you do not have to keep buying the bottled water. I mean, obviously, we went to Target first of all, which is another one of my tips, and stocked up on bottled water. So each morning before we left to the park, I'd put bottles of water in my rucksack, but that soon gets warm. Nobody wants warm water when it's boiling. So then at the beginning I did start and purchase the bottles, and then I found out that you can get free iced tap water. So that is my number one tip. Do not keep buying bottled water. Do not keep paying $3.50 for a bottle of water, which is soon going to add up. Find the restaurants that do it. Starbucks definitely do, and there's lots of others dotted around, and save yourself some pennies. So that is my number one. I have my notes here. Number two, very important if you're a tea drinker like me, take your favourite, excuse me, take your favourite English tea bags. So I took these, but they are my favourite tea, but I made the mistake of only taking, I think it was a 40 pack that I took. Then I run out. They do not sell Yorkshire tea. I could see no PG Tips, Tetley, etc. The only thing that they did have, which got me through, was at Epcot, one of the parks. There's in the UK section, there's a Twinings tea shop, and I managed to find some. I chose Irish breakfast tea, and then the girls later on, they didn't realise I'd got some, and they'd bought me some as well, English breakfast tea, and they were really nice tea bags, so you can pick them up in Epcot. I think Disney Springs might have a Twinings, but I don't know if they sell the tea bags. So my advice is take a great big box of your favourite English tea bags in your case if you're a big tea drinker. So yeah, that is number two. Okay, number three, excuse me. This is a biggie. It's something I wish I'd done, but I didn't. So we all had one of these. It is the card, it is your room key, and everything, your park entrances, your fast passes are all loaded onto this one card. So basically, you're tapping this card to get into your room, obviously, and then you're tapping it at every entrance with your finger as well. This gets you into the parks, fast passes, etc. Now, as I will come on to another point with my rucksack, the time I spent routing in my rucksack for mine and Atticus's card, Anna obviously kept hers with her, is unbelievable. It really was a waste of time when, in hindsight, I wish I definitely bought the magic band. So in the shops, you can buy them. They're pretty inexpensive, actually. I think probably the cheapest I saw was about $20. And then obviously if you go for the fancy designs and that, the prices probably go up more. I didn't really look. But the convenience of having the magic band, so you'll buy the band in one of the shops, and then all the information that is on this will be put on into the magic band. So the convenience of simply, after you've had a shower in the morning, putting your band on, that is on your wrist until you go to bed. So you've got your room key on your wrist constantly, no routing in your rucksack for the card, literally tap your wrist at the entrance with your fingerprint. So much easier, and it is something I wish I had done. And if we go again, I will definitely be purchasing are they called magic bands, wristbands? I will definitely be purchasing them. So that's another tip. Spend the $20, get the magic band, not the card. Okay, number 4. Now, the Fastpass system has changed. It's now, I think it's Genie Pass, it's done through that, and you're only allowed so many Fastpasses each day. And normally you do have like a time slot for them. But I would say be more organised. Be organised with your Fastpasses, Genie Pass, whatever. Don't leave it till the last minute, which we did tend to do sometimes. Disney is one of them things. When you go, you learn so much, and then the next time you go, you would do things so differently. I don't think it's one of them things that you can go and get it all right. You know, I mean, we went years ago, obviously. That was for one day. So it was like, you know, you live and learn, and, you know, you do things differently next time. And that is one of the things I would definitely be more organised within the Disney app. So you download the Disney app, everything you book, everything, your reservations, fast passes, etc. through that app. And I would definitely, next time, if there is a next time, be more organised. Okay, so that is number 4. Number 5. Rucksack. Interesting one. Now, always it has to be a rucksack at Disney. I did take another bag with me that I used at the airport, etc. And if we went out of Disney shopping, etc., then I used that. But while we were at the parks, every day I used a rucksack. It's on your back, it's out the way, you just want to feel comfortable. So the rucksack that I actually took, I haven't got any more because by the time we'd finished, it was dirty, it had it. That went straight in the bin. It was good in the fact that it had 2 compartments on each side for the water bottle, so they were easy to get out. But as I say, the water soon turned warm, so, you know. But inside, there was only one, which I didn't find till after a few days. There was only one little compartment. The rest was just all together. Everything would be in there together, hence why I was constantly rooting about for this and whatever. So I will say always a rucksack, but a rucksack with lots of different compartments. For example, I've got this. Now, this is the rucksack I wish I had took. Maybe in a lighter colour, I don't know. But anyway, this type of thing. This is the rucksack I got for our recent trip to Hunstanton. And it was so easy. Obviously, you've got your little compartments. You've got another compartment here. And then you've got compartments inside. So my advice for Disney is, yes, a rucksack, but a rucksack with lots of different compartments. So you are constantly not fiddling about, looking for this, that, wipes, I don't know, headache tablets, this, which you're not going to have anyway because you're going to get a wristband. So yeah, rucksack, but rucksack with lots of different compartments. So that is my number 5. Okay, number 6. Go to Target as soon as possible after you land to get all the essentials you will need for your room. So we got loads of bottled water, and we landed, I mean, by the time we got back, it was like evening. We were at Target quite late. But it's worth it. Just get an Uber to a Target, or Walmart, I guess, and get the essentials. So they just do huge packs of water, which you will need for your room. I'm presuming in our room at Port Orleans there was quite a sizable fridge, so we could fit a lot of water in that. But you can also get all your other snacks, what you need for the room, snacks for, you know, while you're there. So it also things like, as well, I would suggest hand wash. This is quite another funny story as well. When we got to Target, I put everything in my trolley, what I thought I needed for the room, including a kettle, because in the room you don't actually get a kettle. You get like this coffee machine that really I looked at it and it was like, what the hell, how is this working? It was so, I just couldn't have made a cup of tea with this coffee machine anyway. So I thought, I'm getting a kettle, and for the sake of, I think my kettle cost me $15. It was probably my best purchase while I was there. Every morning I could have my cups of tea and my cups of coffee before I'd even left the room. So it's well worth getting a kettle at Target, albeit a cheap one. I've lost my train of thought. That's it. So at Target, get your essentials, and also things like hand soap. So in the room they do have like your little Disney type bar of soap or whatever, but that's not really, you know, if everyone's using that bar of soap constantly to do the hands, it's soon going to get germy, isn't it? So, you know, like your pump antibacterial hand washes, remember to get one of them for the room, which you will need a lot. Any other essentials you need, it is worth that trip to Target. But because we were at the Target quite late, because we didn't land till quite late, I came out, I've got a trolley full of stuff, but I thought I'd got everything. Then all of a sudden I'm like, hand wash. So go back in, pick up a hand wash, and this is literally about 6 or 7 minutes before the store closes, and before our Uber. Anna's already ordered the Uber, and I'm looking at the queues are so long, it's like, I haven't actually got time to queue and pay for this hand wash. So I put the hand wash back. Then we get back, and then I look in the Disney Resort shop, and the only hand wash they have, they do sell essential items in the resort shops, things like milk, all different bits, but they didn't have any like hand washing, and the only hand wash they got was $20, and it was a special 50th anniversary Disney one, which I ended up getting because we needed hand wash for the room, and it came out in the shape of Mickey Mouse, the soap. It was cool, but it was $20 and there's no need. So yeah, go to Target, get your essentials, very important. Okay, where are we? We are on number 7. Seeing myself in these ears makes me really want to be there. It really does, but hey, maybe next year, maybe the year after. Right, number 7. Eat breakfast at your resort hotel. Now, I say this because there were a couple of mornings, maybe more than a couple, we decided we'd have breakfast like at whatever park we were going to, or I know the one that sticks in my mind is Universal, and I ended up, Anna and Haz managed to find something that they wanted, but I couldn't particularly find something for Atticus, so we ended up walking around. Atticus likes his traditional scrambled eggs, toast and all that, and it wasn't particularly easy to find. So I would suggest, especially if you have children, eat at the hotel before you go anywhere. They do a lovely breakfast. It's like buffet choice, so you go up, you choose what you want. They do like Mickey waffles, scrambled egg, which Atticus loved. They've done a little pot of scrambled egg every morning, bagels. It's great. So my advice, if you have children, you know, who like a certain type of breakfast, and you know, kids can be quite, you know, about what they eat, they like their certain things, especially when they're away, then I would eat at the resort hotel before you start off for the day. Number 8, get to the parks as early as possible. And that's like, yeah, but it's so tired, you don't want to get up, and it's like, yeah, I know. It's like, as the holiday goes on, you get tireder and tireder, and you wake up in the mornings and it's like, oh my God, I can't do it another day. And you know, I think one morning, Anna would tell you, I actually fell in the suitcase. I have the suitcases by the side of my bed, because we were quite like tight on room, and one morning I was just so tired, I don't even know, and I ended up falling in the suitcase. I was just that tired. But saying that, I still do think in hindsight you should get to the parks as early as possible, fit in as much as you can, and then maybe you can get back earlier, obviously apart from the nights when you want to watch the fireworks. But then you can always go back and then go out again and watch the fireworks. You can do it however you want to do it and what works for you and your family. But I would say try and get to the parks as early as possible. Number 9, this is quite a funny one. Before you leave, buy good quality ponchos to take with you. Now, I don't know why I didn't, because when we went to America years ago when Atticus was a baby, I remember I did. And I remember there was a huge storm at Universal, and I remember getting the ponchos out my bag. This time I didn't take ponchos, which is very unlike me. I'm very organised, but I didn't take ponchos. But my one bit of advice to you is to take good quality ponchos. Now, I know you can go to, like, say, Pound Shop and you can get pound ponchos. I don't know how they're going to be. I don't know if they'd keep you particularly dry, because when it rains in Florida, it really rains. So if you probably had to pay, say, £5, I don't know, for a good quality poncho from Amazon, it's worth it, because I ended up buying 2 different lots of ponchos. Now, let me get this right. The first I think I could have got this the wrong way around, I'm not sure, but as far as I can remember, the first lot of ponchos for Atticus and I, when it absolutely poured it down at Universal. Now, I think they cost me $26 for 2. Okay, so they were needed. It was a really bad storm. But then there was another storm when we were at the hotel. I can't even remember, I'm so mixed up with the days. And I ended up, we didn't have the ponchos with us, what I'd bought previously at Universal, and I ended up buying another 2 ponchos from the hotel, the resort shop, and I think they were a little bit cheaper. I think they were $23 for 2. So that's almost $50 on ponchos. Yeah, stupid. So take some good quality ponchos with you. And that brings us to number 10. Number 10. Pace yourselves. Do not try and fit everything in. You know, when you go to the park, when you enter the park that morning, it's like, right, okay, we want to do this, we want to do this, we want to do this, we want to do this. And it's like, it is tiring. It is tiring. It's tiring for young children. Atticus, he done so well, you know, but the tiredness does show. I don't think, like, you know, your teenagers and, you know, younger people get as tired. I got extremely tired. It was tiring. How many times can I say tiring? So my advice to you as a mum or as an older person going, or, you know, if you've got young children, pace yourself. Do not try and fit everything in. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a very overwhelming holiday. It's an amazing holiday. You know, you will never forget it. You will make the best memories. You know, take so many pictures. You know, just completely immerse yourself in it. Soak it all up. It is amazing. And there is nowhere probably on earth like it. And it is, you know, it is the holiday of a lifetime. But it is tiring, so you do really, really need to pace yourself. And, you know, but enjoy it, you know, whether you're there for, you know, obviously that all comes down to, you know, affordability. It is one expensive holiday. It's expensive, you know, hotel and flights before you even start, you know, is expensive. You know, let alone when you actually get there. It is an expensive holiday, but if it can be done, then just enjoy it. You know, it's amazing, but pace yourselves. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. They are my 10 top tips for Disney. So yeah, if you're going, enjoy it. I am jealous because I want to go again. Seeing myself in these ears, I want to go again. But hey ho, maybe another year. So yeah, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye.